Now that artificial intelligence is becoming the next big thing, have you ever wondered about the future of AI and how it can become more accessible, more secure for everybody? If you haven't thought about it, it's about time that you did. Hi, and welcome to Omni Labs. I'm Kenneth. In this video, you're going to be learning about the fundamentals of Bittensor and why Bittensor should matter to everyone. Have you ever heard about decentralized neural networks? Well, I'm going to try and explain what it is and why it is really important for you. In the realm of traditional AI, we often encounter a centralized authority, a singular entity that wields immense power and uses this power to control and process vast amounts of data. If you just look at all the large companies today that are heavily invested in AI, we could say that they today have their own colossal AI brain. And this brain is responsible for a lot of their decision making and data analysis. Now, that in itself doesn't have to be a bad thing. But do you think that they use this big, colossal AI brain they have to make decisions that has the best outcome for everybody? With a decentralized neural network, that would transform that singular monolithic brain into a vast network of loads of interconnected nodes, each with their own computational muscle behind them. These nodes, or miners in Bittensor, they operate as a global brain with distributed intelligence instead. A decentralized AI harnesses the collective processing might of thousands, perhaps millions of individual contributors, all interconnected through this vast global network. Now, this distributed approach brings forth remarkable advantages. It supercharges scalability, it enables us to tackle way more extensive and intricate AI tasks, but it also fortifies data privacy and security since there is no central point of vulnerability anymore. And the cool thing here is that Bittensor is taking center stage in this transformation. This isn't just a dream, it's reality that Bittensor is crafting and working really hard to realize. Now that we have started this journey at the Bittensor, we need to understand the essential roles played by miners and validators. If you first look at miners, you can think of them as the driving force behind the network, providing all the computational might and power needed for all the intricate AI tasks. So when complex tasks such as neural network training or AI research computations come into play, miners step up, they dedicate some of their computational power, but in return for this, they earn Tau. Tau is the native cryptocurrency of Bittensor. More about Tau later on in the video. If we take validators, meanwhile, they act as the referees in this AI game. This ensures fair play and upholding of exacting standards that render the network reliable. So together, miners and validators create a dynamic equilibrium within Bittensor. Miners supply the computational muscle, and validators preserve the trust and security of the network's core. Tau is the native cryptocurrency that drives the Bittensor network. It motivates miners and validators by rewarding them for their contributions. What this means? It means that when miners perform computational tasks, they earn Tau as a reward. Now, this incentivizes their participation, but it also aligns their interests with the network's success. Now, Tau isn't just a reward. It's also a unit of value within the ecosystem. It's used for transactions and also for accessing network services. Basically, when miners are hard at work, crunching code and contributing their computational power and flexing those muscles, they are rewarded Tau. The miners are incentivized to complete the mining with Tau. So this system ensures that everything functions smoothly and efficiently. Now that we have explored the role of Tau within Bittensor, let's look at another exciting thing about Tau: staking Tau. Staking isn't really about holding cryptocurrency. It's more of a way to actively participate and contribute to the network's growth and stability. It's a way for anybody and everybody to get into the Bittensor ecosystem without the need for mining or owning your own validator system. You see, when you stake your Tau tokens, you're essentially committing them to a mechanism within the Bittensor ecosystem. And you could say that this mechanism serves a dual purpose. The first purpose, staking Tau helps secure the network. By staking your tokens, you become part of the network's consensus mechanism. What I mean by this is that validators rely on staked Tau to verify transactions and computations. So this helps ensure the network's integrity. The second purpose, staking can be rewarding. When you stake your own Tau, you may earn additional tokens as a reward. However, it is important to note that with staking involves a commitment. And the specifics can vary, so it's essential to understand the staking requirements and potential rewards before getting started. At this point, you might be thinking, it's like everybody should consider owning some Tau. You see, it's not just a matter of rewards. Tau ownership carries a significant weight within the Bittensor ecosystem. Tau isn't only reserved for miners and validators. Its role extends far beyond that. Let's continue exploring Tau. Tau goes beyond just being a digital currency. It's the incentive mechanism that drives miners and validators to contribute their computational power and might. Tau in the context of Bittensor is not just a means of reward. It serves as a unit of value that circulates within the whole ecosystem. This cryptocurrency has versatile applications, making it one of the essential components of the whole network. Users within the Bittensor ecosystem can use Tau for conducting transactions, to accessing specific network services and applications. So, in summary, Tau is the force that drives the Bittensor network. It incentivizes miners and validators, it facilitates transactions, and it powers loads of network services and applications. I see a future where everybody owns a little bit of Tau. In this video, we took a journey into the world of Bittensor. We explored the basics of Bittensor, including the core concept of what a decentralized neural network is. We discussed why this innovative approach is the future of AI. We then looked into the roles of miners, validators, and stakers. Next, I introduced you to Tau, the native cryptocurrency that powers Bittensor. We discussed how Tau serves as both the incentive mechanism and as a unit of value. I hope that this video shed some light on the incredible potential of decentralized AI and how Bittensor is leading the charge in this transformative space. As we've seen now, the future of AI isn't just about powerful algorithms. So if you are as intrigued about this as we at Omni Labs are, well, then I encourage you to stay engaged and explore more about Bittensor.